Pleased to say that Michael Bociurkiw, I apologise for my pronunciation, Senior Fellow at the Atlantic Council's Eurasia Centre, can join me live on the line now from Kiev. How important do you think this summit is at the moment in terms of what they have to decide? Europe's struggling with immigration and struggling to find a unified voice on that, first and foremost.
Yeah, well, sure. It's great that they have this opportunity to meet so soon after the election. I think there is a lot of panic in European capitals. But having said that, they have worked with Mr. Trump previously as president, so they have a pretty good idea of what to expect. But two big things happening here. I mean, for one thing, it's a great stage for Mr. Orban to position himself as a strong European leader and as an ally, a horse whisperer to Mr. Trump, and also as a potential peacemaker. But on the other hand, I think this is an opportunity for the leaders to prepare themselves to take on more responsibility for their own security, for European security, and to shoulder much, much more responsibility for Ukraine's security, for ending the war in Ukraine. So the timing is very, very important in that regard.
Another issue which perhaps they've not always seen eye to eye on with EU leaders is the financial military support for Ukraine, especially when some of the countries have got their own problems economically. Are they going to be able to sort of bridge those gaps in their understanding?
Well, they may want to, because once after January 20th, Mr. Trump gets in, he will really put pressure on European countries to shoulder their responsibility and get their NATO contributions up. But who knows? I mean, in 2 or 3 years under such a presidency, we don't even know if NATO will exist. So I think perhaps in the back rooms, there will be talk among leaders of what to do should Mr. Trump, should the biggest contributor to NATO pull away. I think, they're also going to be hoping and praying that while Mr. Biden is still in office, that he'll get as much as possible of pledged military aid and assistance to Ukraine. And finally, I think you will see that quietly the U.S. will give the okay to Ukraine to use those Western-supplied missiles to strike deeper into Russia, and they'll probably position that as an agreement by Paris and London.
Michael, good to speak to you. Thanks for your time. Michael Bociurkiw from the Atlantic Council's Eurasia Centre there.